Hello, Lucky. How are you? Hello. Hello, Lucky. Can you hear me?
Yes, uh, yes,
Okay. And can you see me clearly?
yes, you so beautiful today.
Ah, thank you. You too. You're so beautiful. All right. We didn't have a class last Friday, right? Because you're busy with your work. And how are you today?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. That's great. So, are you good? Are you feeling good? Are you ready to continue our lesson?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, that's great. So, before we continue, can you recall on what we have discussed last Wednesday? Mhm.
Um, Sorry, teacher, I can't hear you.
Oh, all right. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay. All right. So my question is, can you recall on what we have discussed last Wednesday? Mhm.
yes, uh, we uh, we studied about the price of books at uh, local community college.
Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Very good. You did remember. And okay, how about the vocabulary? What words that you've remembered? The vocabulary that we've discussed.
Yes, we discussed about the main
Okay, so these are rooms in the house. Linda, hmm can you read it for me?
edition
Okay.
in doctor, in doctor.
All right. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So let us continue to our lesson. Okay. Okay. Let me just go ahead and let you see the screen. Okay. By the way, what is the title of our topic?
Books, books don't grow on trees.
Okay. Very good. So, can you see the screen right now? Okay, that's great. So, as you can remember, we stopped in here, right?
Yes,
So, before we continue, I want you to read again all of the story. After that, I will ask you multiple questions, and we will go to phrases and collocation in which you will going to fill in the blanks. All right? Okay. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear.
Okay. All right. So I will let you listen again to the story, all right? So that you will going to imitate the intonation and how the story are being read, okay? All right, so let's start. Okay.
A local community college professor decided to fight back. The price of books for our students is just getting higher and higher, and combined with the rising cost of tuition, it's killing these kids, said Peter Jason, PhD. Remember, students are one of the poorest groups of people in America. Almost half of them have at least one part-time job. In fact, one of my students has 3 jobs. She is a part-time sales clerk at a clothing store 3 days a week, then works 3 evenings a week as a pizza cook, and on weekends she does manicures at a beauty salon. And she still manages to have a high GPA and go to school full-time.
All right, so now, Lucky, it's your turn to read the whole story, all right? So you start.
Community, a local community college professor decided to fight back. Price for our students is just getting higher and higher, and combined with a rising cost of tuition, it's killing these kids. That is the Jason. He remember students are one of the poorest groups of people in America. Almost half of the half of them have at least one part-time job. In fact, one of my students has three jobs. She is a part-time sales clerk at a clothing store 3 days a week and works 3 evenings a week on a pizza cook. On weekends, she does manicures at a beauty salon, and she still manages to have high GPA and go to school full time.
Okay, so very good, Lucky. So, okay, before I ask you a question, I just want to let you read again this one. College.
College,
Okay, very good. And how about this, Jason?
Jason,
Okay, Jason.
Jason,
All right, very good. How about this, salon?
Salon,
Salon.
Salon,
Okay, very good, Lucky. So, my questions are, who decided to fight back?
uh, local community college professor.
Okay, very good. So, where did Professor work at?
Community college professor.
Okay, very good. So, the professor worked at local community college. Okay, very good. And how is the price of books?
Uh, the, um, the price of books are getting higher and higher.
Okay, very good. And who are one of the poorest people or poorest groups of people in America?
Uh, Students are one of the poorest groups of people in America.
All right, very good. And how many part-time job does the students have?
They uh, have at least one part-time job.
All right. Okay. So, mhm, what else? Who manages to have a high GPA?
She one of my one of Peter Jason students.
Okay, very good. All right. So, what does she do at a clothing store? A clothing store. What did she do?
She is a part-time sales clerk at a clothing store.
All right. So, how many evenings in a week does she works?
She works 3 evenings a week.
All right. So where the I mean, what is her job or what? Yeah, what is her job on that 3 evenings in a week?
Uh, she uh, she she works as a pizza cook.
All right. Very good. And how about in a beauty salon? What does she do?
She does manicures at a beauty salon.
Okay. Very good. So do you have any question about the story?
Thank you.
All right. You don't have any question? Okay. All right. Hello, Lucky. Can you hear me?
And thank you.
Okay, that's great. So, since you don't have any question, let us now proceed to the second story. All
Uh,
right.
no, teacher.
Oh, yes. All right. Okay, so let us now proceed. Okay, so here. Okay, so I want you to read again to all of the story. Okay, I'll let you listen one more time because we have done reading this one last Wednesday, right? So let's do the review. Okay, let's start.
Textbook prices are traditionally high. Adding to that problem, many college instructors change textbooks year after year. They either upgrade to a new edition or switch to an entirely different textbook. This further hurts students because if an instructor no longer uses a particular textbook, That book has no resale value. Dr. Jason decided to make life a little easier and a lot cheaper for his students by writing his own book on public speaking.
Alright, so now Lucky, it's your turn to read the story.
Book prices are traditionally high. Adding to that problem, many college instructors change textbooks year after year. They either upgrade to a new edition or switch to an entirely different textbook. This further hurts students because if an instructor no longer uses a particular textbook, that book has no resale value. Doctor Jason decided to make life a little easier and a lot cheaper for his students by writing his own book on public speaking.
Alright, thank you, Lucky. Very good. So, here. Can you please read this one again? Resale.
Resale.
Okay, very good. So, do you still remember what is the meaning of resale value?
Yes, resale value it means uh, the rise the old book the old it means
Alright. Mm-hmm.
the sales of a thing previously bought.
Alright, so you can also read this one, Lucky. Alright? Can you read this one? Uh,
Resale value, the price which something can achieve when sold in the future.
Okay, very good. So the price with something can achieve when sold in the future. So that is the meaning of the resale value. Alright? So, okay. So my questions are, what are traditionally high?
Textbook prices.
Okay, very good. And what do many college instructor do year by year?
Many instructors year after year.
Okay, very good. So they change textbooks year after year. And what does it do to the students?
They, they either upgrade to a new edition or switch to an entirely different textbook.
Okay, so very good. So, um, um, what happened if the instructions, I'm so sorry. What happened if an instructor no longer uses a particular textbook?
Yeah. Um, that book has no resale value.
Okay, very good. And um, who decided to make life a little easier and a lot cheaper?
The Jason decided to make life a little easier and a lot cheaper for his
Okay,
students.
all right, very good, Lucky. And how is the life did Dr. Jason decided to make?
Uh, he, he is writing his own book on public speaking.
Okay, very good. All right, so are the textbooks prices sometimes low?
Yes, they are traditionally high.
Okay, very good. Okay, um, who changes textbooks year after year?
Uh, many college instructors
Okay, very good. And okay, do they change entirely different textbook?
uh, they change. No, um,
Okay, what do they do?
do they do? They either upgrade to a new edition or switch entirely different textbook.
Okay, very good. All right. So, do you have any question about the story?
No, thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you also, Lucky. So now let us proceed to the phrases and collocation. So you've already answered all of this last meeting, but we will go into review again, all right? Okay, so now would you like to look again to the first story so that you will be able to familiarize? Would you like?
No.
Okay, all right. So here, can you try to answer? All
Local community college professor decided to fight back,
right.
price of the for our students is just getting
Oh,
high with the rising of the its this is Peter Jason PhD. Remember students and one of the first group of people in America have um, have at least one part-time job. In fact, one of students has three jobs.
okay.
She is a part-time sales clerk at a clothing store 3 days a week, then works 3 evenings a week is a cook, and on weekends she waitress at a beauty salon.
Great.
Still, she still do and she still um do,
Still manages.
she managed
Manages to have. Mhm.
have a high GPA and go to school full.
Okay, very good. So now, Lucky, I want you to read again all of the story, and at this time, I want you to read it faster. Okay?
Yes,
All right. Okay. So start with the right. I mean, with the correct fill in the blanks. Okay, with the right answer on the blocks.
yes.
Okay. So you start now.
Uh, you, sorry.
All
uh,
right.
I can't understand now. What do you want to say?
All right. Okay. Here. Here, Lucky, I want you to read again the story
Yes,
and with the right answer in the blanks.
yes,
And at this time, I want you to read it faster, okay?
yes, yes.
With the right intonation and pronunciation. All right. So let's start.
That's that. A local community college professor decided to fight back. Uh, Teacher, do you hear me?
Oh yes, I can hear you, Lucky. Yes, I can hear you.
Uh, the price of books for our students is just getting higher and higher, and combined with the rising cost of tuition, it's killing these kids, said Peter Jason, PhD. Remember, students are one of the poorest group of people in America. Almost half of them have at least one part-time job. In fact, one of students has three jobs. She is a part-time sales clerk at a clothing store 3 days a week, then works 3 evenings a week as a pizza cook, and uh, on weekends she manicures at a beauty salon. And she still managed to have a high GPA and go to school full time.
Okay, very good, Lucky. All right, you got it perfectly. All right,
Yes,
congratulations. It's actually have 8 blocks, and at the second time around, you actually got it perfectly correct. Okay,
yes,
congratulations. All right, so
yes.
let us now proceed to the second phrases and collocations. Okay, here. All right. So, okay.
Text, yes.
Mhm.
Textbook prices are traditionally high problem. Adding to that problem, many college instructors change textbook year after year. They either upgrade a new edition or switch to an entirely different textbook. This hurts students because it's an instructor, mm, in, instruct, it's an um, instructor. Uh, don't use don't use a particular textbook. That book has no resale value. Dr. Jason to um, decided to sorry, I can't read the screen.
All right. So, okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
decide, Dr. Jason decided to make to I
Make.
forgot.
All right, it's okay. Okay, Dr. Jason decided to make life a little easier. Okay.
uh, Dr. Jason decided to make life a little easier and a lot
Okay.
cheaper for his students by writing his own book on public speaking.
Okay, very good, Lucky. So, okay, in here, okay, here. This
Yeah,
further hurts students because if an instructor no
yeah,
longer, okay, if an instructor no
no
longer
longer
uses,
use class.
yeah, that's it, a particular textbook, that book has no resale value. All right. So now,
Uh,
Lucky, I want you to read the story again and with the correct answer in the blanks, okay, and uh, at this time, same with the first story earlier, I want you
yeah,
to do it a little faster, okay? So let's start.
yes. Textbook prices are traditional high. Adding to that problem, many college instructors change textbooks year after year. They either upgrade a new edition or switch to an entirely different textbook. This further hurts students because if an instructor no longer uses a particular textbook, that book has no resale value. Doc- Dr. Jason decided to make life easier, to make life little easier and a lot cheaper for his students by writing his own book on public speaking.
All right. Okay. Very good, Lucky. You got it perfectly again. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
So, do you have any question
No, teacher.
about the story? All right. So
Yeah,
that's great. So now let us proceed to the second. I mean no, the other slide. All right. So okay, here. So
yeah,
again, the vocabulary. All right. So
yeah,
okay. So can you read all of the words in here?
yeah. Bells, bells and whistle,
Okay. Bells and whistles. Okay, one more time. Whistles.
whistle, bells
Okay.
and whistle.
All right. Very good. Okay, how about the second word?
Sabbatical,
Okay, sabbatical. All right, how about this one?
um, how about this one? Long-winded,
Okay, very good. How about this one?
uh, three ring binder,
Okay, three ring binder. Okay, one more time.
3 ring binder,
Okay, very good. How about this one?
loose leaf,
Okay, very good. How about this one?
concise,
Okay, very good. So let us go first to the first words in here. Okay,
uh,
so bells and whistles. Are you familiar with the word? Is it
bells and whistles. I mean, some things that the pro- pro- producers uh, as as a product as their product
all right? Okay, all right.
to
Mhm.
attract buyers.
All right. Okay. I'm so sorry, Lucky, because I was not able really to clearly hear your voice because it's broken. Okay.
Yes,
Can you repeat what you've said
yeah.
earlier?
Bells and whistles is mean something that producers um, add the add to their products to attract buyers.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, here. Okay, here, Lucky. Okay, because it's really hard for me to really understand what you've said. Can you try
Yeah,
to tap in here?
yeah. Uh,
Okay.
something. Mm, the shall, shall do,
Okay, very good. All right, so can you please read this?
um,
Mm-hmm.
something that the seller adds to their products to attract the buyers.
Okay, very good. You actually got the correct exact meaning of the bells and whistles. So something the seller add to their products to attract the buyers. Okay, very good. So okay, here Lucky, I want you to make a sentence using the words bells and whistles. All right? Mm-hmm. All right. So mhm. All right. So can you please read the sentence that you made?
Prefer a quality product rather than a normal product that has bells and whistles.
Okay, very good. Your sentence is very actually correct. Very good. Okay, good job, Lucky. Good job. All right. So, do you have any question about the bells and whistles?
No,
Okay, that's great. So let's proceed now to the second word. How about this? Sabbatical. Are you familiar with the word sabbatical?
sabbatical is means that is a period to and which period
Okay, so a period of time that a teacher at a college is allowed to stop his working while continuing to pay. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, okay. Can you please read the sentence that you made? I am so sorry. Can you please read the meaning of sabbatical?
Yeah. The sabbatical, a period time that a teacher at a college to allow to stop his working while continuing to be paid.
Okay, very good. Lucky, you really have exact what you call this meaning of sabbatical. Okay, so it is about the teacher, or it is a paid leave. Okay, so shall we say a paid leave or here? So it's
He,
yeah, this is just the same meaning of what you make. Okay, a period of paid leave to university teacher. Okay.
yes,
So, okay, very good. You really have a lot of idea. You really have many vocabulary. Okay, so that's great, Lucky. You're so good. Okay, now I want you to make a sentence using the word sabbatical.
yes, my teacher, uh, he, teacher is that, that he go for,
Okay, very good. So, can you please read the sentence that you made?
my teacher is on sabbatical for a month.
Okay, very good, Lucky. You're so good. Your sentence is very correct. All right, so good job, good job. You're so good. You know what, Lucky? You're so good in grammar, all right? You're really an intelligent student. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you,
All
teacher.
right. Okay, so now let's proceed. So, do you have any question about sabbatical?
Yes, sabbatical. No, teacher.
Okay, all right. So, how about this one? The third word in here.
Long-winded listening. Uh,
Okay.
long
Long-winded. All
wind,
right.
winded,
Yeah.
long-winded,
Yeah. Long-winded. Can you give
long-winded, long-winded listening.
Can you give me an idea?
Too, too long. Uh, uh, too long. Too many words.
Okay, very good. It's too long and too many words, or shall we say here? Okay. How long? Okay, it is also something that is capable, or someone who is capable of doing. All right, doing something for needing, or shall we say here, capable of doing something for a long time without needing a rest. Okay, so
Uh,
you're I mean you have really an exact meaning of the long-winded, and you're just trying to expand the idea. Okay, so can you please read this one?
uh, capable of doing something for a long time without needing a rest.
All right, very good. So it's something that's long-winded. You can, I mean, it's a person or something who do a thing that
Yeah.
um, uh, uh, shall we say, or he's not getting tired because he can really do the things that he wants to do. Right, right. It's like too long and too many words. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Lucky, I want you to make a sentence using the word long-winded.
Yeah. Teacher often long-winded so many children feel feel sleepy. Sleepy.
Okay, many teachers lecture is often long-winded, so many students feel sleepy. Okay, your sentence very good. Okay, so did you experience this one? I'm lucky. Have you ever sleep during your lecture with your teacher?
Yes, of course.
Or-
When I study Taylor's classes, uh, he Tyler's Tyler's it means difficult subjects, and I can't understand, so I often feel sleepy.
Alright. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. Me too. When I was still a student, I actually feel sleepy when our teachers keeps on talking and talking, and I just don't understand what she was saying, and just wanna go to sleep. But but I was not able really to sleep because my teachers is really have big eyes on us,
Yeah,
so we're not able really to sleep. That's why. Anyway,
yeah,
thank you so much, Lucky, for your sentence here. It's very good.
yeah,
So, can you please read this one? The
yeah.
sentence that you made?
My teacher's lectures is often long-winded, so many students feel sleepy.
Alright. Okay, very good. You know what? Your sentence is very good. Yeah, it's really happening on a real life situation. My teacher's lecture is often long-winded, so many students feel sleepy. Alright. Okay, so let us now proceed. Okay, so can you read this one? The
Three, three dream binder.
Okay,
Uh,
very good.
I think it's difficult to explain. It means send the picture.
Or yeah, it's like this three ring binder. It's something that it's like a folder that
Yeah,
there is a three ring, just like this metal ring.
yeah,
Okay, so I guess it's very understandable because it have its picture. It's
yeah.
very concrete with a picture in here, right? So let us now proceed to. By the way,
Yeah.
I would like you to make a sentence using the word three ring binder.
Yes. Uh, and is dream. Uh,
Okay. Can you please read the sentence that you made?
We use many free dream binders to keep papers together.
Okay, very good. Lucky. Okay. All right. Do you have a lot of tree ring binder in your home?
Um, yes, of course.
All right. So you keep their important documents, right? Your
Yes.
papers. Okay, so that it will going to be have a safe yeah, should not
Uh,
be. All right. So okay. So do you have any question about the tree ring binder?
no teacher.
Okay, so let us now proceed to the fourth word in here. Okay, can you please read?
Loose leaves.
Okay, so what do you mean by loose leaf?
Loose leaves it means uh, something loosely. Loose, loose, loose.
Okay, very good. So, something that contains pages that easily be taken out and back again. Okay, very good, Lucky. Okay, so here, there's also a hard cover with metal rings inside, which is used to hold loose pieces of papers. Okay, so you really did have a lot of vocabulary, Lucky. I'm so proud of you. Okay, here. So, can you please read this meaning that you have?
Um, it
Mhm.
make a sentence. Teacher,
Oh, yes. Hello,
you
Lucky.
want you want me make a sentence
Oh
with
no.
loosely.
Oh yeah, you can make a sentence, but I want you first to read the
Uh,
meaning that you put in here. Okay?
yes, sorry.
Or it's okay.
Yes,
It's okay.
loosely something that contains cases loose that easily be taken out and packed again.
Okay, very good. So it is also. Can you please read this one?
Yes, loose leaf a hard cover with metal rings inside, which is used to hold loose keys, keys and papers.
Okay, very good. So pieces of papers. One more time.
Pieces pieces of papers.
Okay, very good. So, a hardcover with metal rings inside, which is used to hold loose pieces of papers, which is easily be taken out and back again. Okay, so
Yes,
that's great. So just like this one, okay, as you can see in here, this is examples. I mean,
uh,
example of loose leaf. All right. So
yes.
it's actually
Uh,
there have a metal ring. So, what do you think is the difference between free ring binder and loose leaf?
I think it means um, three ring by the three rings, but
All right.
loosely there are many rings.
Okay, very good observation. And where you usually see this loose leaf?
Uh, um, no, I'm not. In my pen, I often use three ring binder.
Okay, all right. So when do you usually see this one? Just like this, the loose leaf.
I think we use to document at a university.
Okay, so okay, very good. So you can usually see this loose leaf in a notebook, right?
Yes, notebook.
Okay. Okay, that's the best example of a loose leaf, a notebook.
Uh,
Right, because
yeah,
you can actually see these rings in here, many rings.
many rings.
Okay. All right. So, do you have any question about the loose leaf?
No, teacher.
All right. So, let's proceed. How about this one? Can you please read this one?
Concise.
All
Uh,
right. Very good. So, what
con-
do you mean by concise?
concise. It means clear, clear, and concise. That's the difference. Clear and clear, clear,
Okay. Very good. It's clear and short to be point. Good. So, okay, it can also something that, okay, for example, you give or giving a lot of information. Just give this. I mean, let's just try this for just like an example. Clearly and briefly. Briefly or short. Okay, very good. Okay, clear and short to the point, or giving a lot of information clearly and briefly with with a point. Okay, very good. So can you please read this one?
uh, concise, clear, and soft to be point.
Okay, very good. So, by the way, the spelling of your concise, it's here. Okay, it's Consise. Okay, not Sice. All right.
Ah, yes. I have
Why not? All right.
mistaken.
Okay, lucky, not a problem. So, can you please read this one? Giving.
Concise, giving a lot of information clearly and briefly.
Okay, so that's the example. It's when we say concise, it's clearly and briefly. Okay, giving information which is very clear and in a short point.
Yes,
Okay, okay, but direct to the point, or shall we say? Okay, let's try to phrase the thing that it's clear.
clear,
Right, it's clear and short,
yes,
but direct to the point.
direct to the point. Yes,
Okay, all right. So it's just the same. Okay, meaning on what you make or just what you have here, the meaning that you have. It's just the same, but we make it more what do you call this? Emphasize. Okay. So can you please read this one?
yes. Clear and short, but direct to the point.
Okay, very good. One more time. Direct to the point.
Di- direct to the point.
Okay, point. One more time. Point.
Point, point,
Po. Point.
point, point, point.
Point. Okay, here. Let's try this one. It spells like this, but
Yes,
it sounds like this. Point.
yes.
Okay, one more time. Point. Spells like this.
Point,
I mean, sounds
point,
like this.
point,
Point. Po.
point,
Po.
point, point, point,
Point. Okay,
point,
po.
point.
Okay, can you try to make the sound of a P? Like po.
Huh,
Po.
huh, huh.
Yeah.
Point,
Yeah.
point,
Oh, yeah,
point,
very good. Very good, Lucky.
point,
Point.
point.
O- Okay.
Direct to the point. Point,
Okay, point.
point,
Okay, perfect. That's great. So one more time.
point, point, point,
Oh, okay, point. All right.
point,
That's great.
point.
Okay, Lucky. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Now, can you make a sentence using the word concise?
This, 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 very clear.
Okay, very good. So, can you please read the sentence that you make?
His, his speech is always clear and concise.
Very good. So, his speech is always clear and concise. Can you please repeat this word again? Speech.
Speech, speech,
Speech.
speech.
Okay, very good. Speech. Okay, one more time. Read all of the sentence.
His speech is always clear and concise.
Very good. So his speech is always clear and concise. So it
Concise.
means it's very his speech is always clear and short, right? Okay, that's great. Okay, so can you please read all of this vocabulary?
Yeah. Health and visuals. Health and visuals.
Okay, whistles. One more
We,
time. Whistles.
visual,
Oh,
visual.
whistles. All right. How about this one?
The particle.
All right.
Long-winded, long-winded.
Okay. How about this?
Ring binder.
Okay.
Loose leaf.
Mhm.
Concise.
Okay, very good. So one more time, this one. Bells and whistles.
Health, health and whistles.
Okay, very good. One more time, whistles.
Whistles, whistles.
Okay, whistles.
Health and whistles. Whistles.
We, whistles.
Whis, whistle,
Whistles.
whistles.
Okay. Okay, so it spells like this, but it's pronounced like this or reads like this. It's whistles.
Whistles, whistles,
Okay,
whistles,
whistles. Okay,
whistles.
wait for a moment. I'll try to edit this one. Whistles. No, it's
Whistles,
no, it's like this. Whistles.
whistles,
Okay, whistles. Okay.
whistles,
Okay,
whistles.
without all right. Very good. One more time.
Bells and whistles.
Okay, very good. Bells and whistles. All right. So these vocabularies in here are be found on the next story that we are going to read. Okay, to read. I mean. Okay. So do you have any question?
No, teacher.
Okay, let us now proceed. And I want you to listen first to the story and you're going to imitate, all right? And I will ask you a question. Okay, let's start. All right, are you fine? Are you okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's great. So let's start. Oh, what happened? Okay, never mind. Let me just go ahead and read the story, okay?
Yes.
Because I guess there is something wrong with playing the audio. Okay, let's start. So many books have an increased price because of bells and whistles. CD rooms, lots of color photographs, and lots of graphics. I talk to my students, and many of them, like me, prefer to keep things simple. So, during a sabbatical a few years ago, I wrote my own textbook. I made sure that it wasn't long-winded. I called it Successful Public Speaking. How to be brief, concise, and to the point. Alright, so your turn to read the story.
Many books have an increased price because of bells and whistles. CD-rooms, lots of color photographs, and lots of graphics. I talk to my students, and many of them, like me, prefer to keep things simple. So during a sabbatical a few years ago, I wrote my own textbook. I made sure that it wasn't long-winded. I called it Successful Public Speaking, how to be brief, concise, and to be point.
Okay,
Point.
very good. Alright, can you please read this one? Whistles.
Wishes, wishes,
Whistles.
wishes,
Okay, just like this one. It's just can you read this one? Whistles.
wishes, wishes.
Okay, very good. So this is how it spells, but this is how it is being pronounced, okay? Whistles. Okay,
Wishes.
very good. All right. So do you understand the story?
Yes.
Okay, so all right, here's my question. Um, okay, what are have or what are I mean? Okay, let me just rephrase. Wait, hold on. Let me just rephrase. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Okay, here. All right. So, what do the students prefer? I mean, prefer. What they prefer to keep simple.
Keep simple,
What?
brief.
All right. So, what do they prefer to make things simple? Or let's just say, who prefer to keep things simple?
Who keep things simple? Uh, Dr. Jason and his students.
Okay, very good. So, okay, one more time. Um, what have what have an increased price?
What have an increased price? Many books have an increased price.
Okay, very good. So, um, uh, what did he make sure, or what did Jason make sure?
Uh, he um, he made sh- he made sure that uh, it it wasn't as long-winded.
Okay, very good. So he makes sure that the book that he make is not or wasn't a long-winded. Okay, very good. So one more time. Um, how is how was his textbook?
How was this?
Mhm.
How was his textbook? How teacher how was
Yeah,
his
how was his textbook, or how did
uh,
he make the textbook?
yes, the textbook have an increased price Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. One more time, Lucky. Okay. I'll just repeat the question. Okay. Okay. How was his books? I mean, how was his textbook? How did he make the textbook to
How
make
yeah,
sure that it wasn't long-winded? So what did he do?
uh, he he called his book successful public speaking.
All right. Yeah, he called that one because
Uh,
how did he do? What did he do?
yes, what did he do? He drew his own textbooks.
All right. Okay, he make his own textbooks, right? So,
Yes,
what did he do? So the answer of that is that he
uh,
make it brief, concise, and to the point, right?
yes,
Yeah. So that
he,
it will not, yeah. So that it will not going to be a long-winded one, right? So he
yeah,
make it brief, concise, and to the point, and
yeah,
called it successful public speaking. All right.
yeah.
Okay, so one more time. How was his textbook?
Uh, he, um, he, he drew his textbooks and made it to be brief, concise, and to be fun.
Okay, very good, Lucky. Okay. All right. So, I guess it's almost time. So, let's just stop in here, okay? But before we end the class, I want you to share to me on what you have learned for today.
Okay, then for today. We learn some vocabularies and the new and next lessons about uh, the books of uh, Dr. Jason. His book is called Successful Public Speaking. It's a brief, concise, and to the point.
Okay, very good, Lucky. All right. So, do you want to add more, or are you good with that?
No, teacher.
All right. Okay, Lucky. So that's it. So for a feedback, you in about the vocabulary, you're so good. You really have a lot of idea on the words that we are just going to study. But then you really have an advanced what do you call this? Advanced what do you call of this knowledge about the words that we are going to discuss, right? So that's
Yeah.
good in that end. But the grammar, you're so good also. You can also make a sentence and